Hi guys, this is Lisa from Local King Robertson. Welcome to my channel. So today we are going to assembling this 3D car. So I have already created a video to share with you guys how to upload your file, this 3D car file, to your quick cut designing space. So if you are not really familiar on how to do that, so make sure you watch this video. I will put the link below, so just make sure you watch that video first, and then get all your cutting ready, and then we can doing the assembling. So once, if you are new to the digital world, is maybe in the beginning sometimes is a little bit frustrated, but once when you learn how to do it, you are going to love it, because you the creativity, it's going to be endless, because this machine really can do a lot of things. Aren't you tired of the car always stay rectangular or the square? With this digital machine, you can make any kind of shape you like. But I think you're going to love it. I really do. So that's started. Okay, so the first, you are going to need a scroll pad. If you don't have it, you can create a stylus, or you can even use a pen without the ink. So after you die cut it, you will have a 3 piece of this. And then they all once when you purchase this image, it costs you less than a cup of coffee, and then the image is yours. You can use as many times as you want, as long as they can stay in your computer. It's yours. Okay, so you will have 3 pieces this shape. You will have a one backing. So I am making 4 layer. So, but you can use 2, and you will have the backing, the offset, and then some tab. You have these 2 tab is for the supporting, and then you will have this little strip, and I keep those insert card too. Sometimes you can use it too, and then you will get this offset layering for the front of the car here. Okay, don't know where did the other one. So there's 2 different kind of shape. One is with U, and the one is flat. So they are offset. You can use it for decorate your car too. And then on the page 4, okay, the file is include the 4 pages plus PDF file. So the page 4, you're going to cut the 1 piece acetate. This acetate is I using to support my stamp image. Okay, so this is the 2D card. And then in the back, you can see my alcohol marker kind of bleed a little bit. It's very easy to fix this problem. What you have to do is just use a die cut a piece of white cardstock, and glue in the back. It can very easily to hide this bleeding stuff. So this is a 2 car. I think it's very unique, because how often you see the car is a Pentagon shape. Most of the time, it's square, rectangular, A2, or circle, and then but I think this is very unique. If you are interested in which stamps I'm using, is I using the Seascape stamp and die cut, which I designed in 2015. Wow, 10 years old, huh? And then I'm using this sky background for the backing. So you can decide you want to use the the backing or not. It's totally up to you. And then the card itself, once when you assemble them, they are pretty sturdy. They can sit on the table, and then they can be flat too. And then they will fit the 5x7 envelope. I think so. Let me see. You can make your own envelope too. Let's see. The size is less than 6 high and less than 5.5 wide. Okay, so that's have all our cards ready, and then I am going to have 2 paper clip. Okay, and then the paper I am using the Recollection 110 pound from Michaels, and then I cut them all white, and then because I am going but it's easier, you can turn white cardstock to any color cardstock you like, and then later on I will go to explain a lot of more detail. I'm just found out the white cardstock is just easier when you cut if you are new, but later on in my coming video, you can use a color cardstock. They will also work just fine. Okay, so we are going to start to assembling this card. Like I say, in the folder that I provide, is come with this PDF sheet. And then for my coming video, there is a color code. For the basic card, like I put it 3 times, that means you need 3 cards. This is 1 card. The blue is always the blue. Where's the blue? The light blue is the backing, which is like the back. And then the purple one is for the acetate for the window, and the red one is offset backing if you want to add some layering. The orange one is just offset layering for decorating. Okay, so and also on these PDF sheets, I kind of marked down the basic information you need. Once when you figure out the principle, and then later on it's going to be so easy. So each card I design, I will provide these instruction. So if you follow the instruction and then one time you get it, you will get it for the rest of the card. Okay, so we have a 3-piece sleeves and 1 cut of these, and then I don't know, did I mention in my video, I can add some tab here, but once when I add this tab, I won't be able to flatten this image. So I think it's actually pretty sturdy if you don't really do the way I'm doing, because I have been keeping flattening them and then pop them up. Okay, so we have a 3-piece of these die cut, right? And then we are going to do some scroll line, and that just make it very much easier. Okay, so you can use the scroll pile, or you can use a stylus. If you don't have those, you can just use a pen without the ink and use a ruler to do the same thing. Remember, the gap between each layering is always going to be 0.5. So when we start to do the layering, let's start from this corner. So I'm going to just start from the bottom of this, and then 0.5. 0.5. Let's bring a little bit closer. Okay, and then so I have at least 2 parts already scrolling, and then I'm going to working on the middle part. The middle part, this is the bottom, right? So I'm going to start with the 1 scrolling, and then okay, the scrolling line here is level with this button, and then 0.5. Try to do as accurate as you can. Okay, on the top again, flash. Okay, and then There you go. So 0.5 and here. This part is going to be the place you put the tape. So we just have to make sure we scroll in all three pieces. Okay, so I'm going to just fast forward it. Okay, so I have my three-piece cards here, scroll, and then I have my backing here, and I have my window here, and then I have the solid backing, and I have offset, and then I have some offset front too. Okay, so they are all here. Before we put them all together, I want to show you a quick demo. So if we just put it all together, this is going to be like this, the white color. But if we want to add some color, you can directly cut the color cardstock. But that way, if you want to get a multicolor, you probably have to loading your mat 4 times. Each time you use a different cardstock. I think that's going to take a little bit too long. And also, if you are a beginner, it probably a little bit challenge. So, but I understand if you guys want to make a multicolor cardstock, but you don't want to spend that much time to loading 4 different kind of cardstock. So there is a way to do it. So what did I do is I color my my paper with the magic mushroom and ink. So and then that way I can create any kind of color cardstock I want. So and then with our magic mushroom, it's just so easy to do it. And let me show you how. And I'm going to just fast forward how I color all 4 layering. Okay, so I am using the VersaFine Clara. You can use any kind of dye-based impact or any kind of impact. And then I'm using the magic mushroom because I found out this magic mushroom is the blending tool. They can make my card very smooth. So if you are new to Local King Rubber Stamps product, I have over 500 video. Make sure you watch those videos. A lot of information. So I kind of just moisturize my magic mushroom before I use it. They have to be moisture. See, the size is really different. If they are dry, you won't be able to do the blending. So you make sure they have to be moisture, not wet, but the moisture. Okay, so I am going to just pick up one piece of my my layering. I'm using start with the lightest color first, and then here is something you got to remember. We don't want to make this card too wet because one time if they are too moisture, they lose their strength, and then when you assembling together, they probably will kind of cook it. So just use a very gentle color, and then here is what I do. So I just give it a very soft tapping the whole card. So see how easy I can turn any kind of white cardstock into the color cardstock. Okay, so just very soft. And then you can even have like a multi-color on the one layer too. Anything you like is just the idea. If you like a very solid blue, you can just keep layering. But I kind of like this color, or you can use a color cardstock. So this is my first layering, and then I think that's good. And then I am going to clean my surface. Okay, if you want to stay the same tone by using the same stamp, you can this is one layer and then you can repeat it, and then it will become darker and darker. So the next 4 cards, I'm going to just fast forward it. Okay, so I have all my 4 piece card colored with or magic mushroom, and then see I turn my white cardstock to any color cardstock I like. Like I say, you can use already the cardstock, like a color cardstock to do this, but I just find out this way is easier, and also the color is more natural, not too solid, too strong. Okay, after you color them, we are going to just folding all the place that we put the scroll line. Okay, like this, just folding it. Okay, everywhere. So that's the first one, right? Like this, just folding it. Okay, we are ready to use, but we are not going to put glulan yet because there is a reason for that. So first of all, you got to make sure all those cards are dry because we are going to put the tape on top. If they are a little bit moisture, the tape will not stick on top. On the top. So 1, 2, 3, the last one doesn't need it. Okay, when you are done, okay, that's what supposed to look like. Okay, so I also color this one of the tab too. So if you don't have the backing, this way you can put on top and maybe write a small short message. This one you can put in the front, or you can make a darker color. You can put it behind, or you can just leave it. You don't really have to use it. Okay, so that's our basic card. And then we have our acetate. So the page number 4, this pentagon shape is highly suggest to cut on the acetate, and you can see one corner is a little bit wrong. That's the side to point down. Okay, and then I am going to use post-it notes or here, post-it notes, or you can use a washi tape. Okay, I am going to just put on top, and then, well, a little bit too short. Damn. Okay, so okay, put the acetate on top. Well, it is just the idea, right? So we're going to have acetate on top, and remember the wrong corner is face down. And I'm going to try to divide to 5 sections. Okay, so I'm going to write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The reason I do that because the acetate is clear, usually pretty often they disappear on my table. Okay, and then now we are going to use my little trimmer. Where is my little trimmer? Here. Okay. we are going to just cut those 5 clear strip. So I cut and I have 1 on top. So once when you learn this, the another 9 3D card is going to work pretty much like this. Okay, so I have a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here. And then I'm going to decide what I'm going to put on my card. So I'm going to pre-cut my seascape. So I have my lighthouse. So you can kind of just planning a little bit on your table before you put on your card. So I want to have my light table there, not light table, lighthouse there. And then I want to have my post here, and then maybe my eagle on top, right? Seagull on top, right? Maybe these seagull this way, and then here, and then I want to have at least light table, not light table, lighthouse in the back, or you don't have to use it. Instead of that one, I'm going to put my sailboat here, something like that. Okay, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 topic. So the first one, I want to put my sailboat. So I am going to use the number 1 strip. Okay. I am going to glue in the back of my car like this. Okay, so you can use the glue, you can use the tape, you can use anything you like, but I found if it's not a circle, if that have like a straight line, we can use these micro like a sticky dots, micro dots, what they call sticky notes, something like that. But be careful, they are really, really sticky. Okay, so you are going to, number 1, this is face up, right? So you're going to put a little bit, maybe just maybe 1 or 2 millimeter. Okay, I'm going to just pick up a little bit, right? So here, and then don't really like these because they are so sticky. Okay, let's do, you don't want to have too much. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, so my number 1 is still here. The glue dot is on the top. And then I am going to put this supporting strip here. Okay, don't move that one yet because sometimes it's hard to see. And then the second layer, I am going to put my lighthouse. So number 2, okay, number 2 is here, and then same thing, I am going to pick a little bit, or you can use the double-sided tape. Okay, so I have my number 2 here, and then I'm going to use my layer and put on the number 2 here. Okay, if you accidentally put a little bit too much glue dots, they are very sticky. So what you're gonna do is just use embossing body, kind of apply a little bit powder on top to make a last stick. Okay, so 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, so 3. Okay, 3 is the seagull on the post. So same thing, I'm going to grab my number 3 strip, and then this time let's use this double-sided tape. If you can find 2mm, which I don't think so is a big deal, you can find from the craft store, Amazon. Okay, so this is a number 3. Okay, you want to put the tape on the top, so that way when you glue it, it's kind of hiding your tape. Number 3. And the number 4 is our front. So I have a number 5, but I maybe don't need to use a number 5, right? Or I can just put a number 5 on the button. You don't have to use all 4, so you just want to create some space which you can stick your stuff on your image on top. So I am not going to use number 4, so I'm going to just put the tape. Okay, so this video is all about try something different, and then enjoy the process. It's not about make a quick cut and then save some money because you don't want to buy a birthday card or something. This is about more about the spending the time to create, to have fun. Okay, so that's my number 5, and then I have a 5, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so before we glue on top, so the first one is going to be my sailboat and maybe my lighthouse if I want to. Number 2 is for my lighthouse on the land. Number 3 is going to be my post with seagull, and the number 5 is another little seagull. Okay, so now my cards, they are ready to go. I have to color my image. So I am going to color it with my alcohol markers. So I'm going to just fast forward it. I will be right back. Okay, so I finished color all my pieces, and I am using the Ohuhu alcohol markers. You can use any kind of coloring, markers to color them. And here is, well, I actually, honestly, I like this Ohuhu marker much better than the Copic marker. I bought a whole set of a Copic marker 2 years or 3 years ago when I was in Japan. I barely used them, and I found out probably 50% of the marker are dry. So with the price, the money I'm paying, I really think they should have a better quality. So if you're thinking about to purchase some alcohol markers, I highly recommend the Ohuhu marker. I think the price is very reasonable, and then they are very good quality markers. Okay, so the next, we are going to see those little green line. That's the place I want you to put the double-sided tape. So I already did all of them. I put the double-sided tape. Okay, so before we glue them together, I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I am going to put my image on top first. So the first one, I am going to put this, I can remove these numbers now. So I am going to put maybe my sailboat here, or maybe put my lighthouse here. Okay, so I'm going to just glue it. Okay, so same thing. I am going to use these micro dots, sticky dots here. So I'm going to just put here, and then I am going to put my salad bowl right there. I'm going to use the double-sided foam tape to make a more 3D. Okay, so I'm going to put right here. And then I'm going to put my number 2 on top. So now you can remove the number 2. I am going to put my lighthouse on top of that. So the image is a little bit bigger, but that's okay. You can do a little bit adjustment. Okay, I think here will do. Okay, so I'm going to just put the foam tape. Put the foam tape, and then I am going to just put my lighthouse over there, and then in the back it kind of give you a little bit guiding. So what you're gonna do is you can use a pencil, kind of mark the place, okay, in the back, and then you can, what you can do is you can put the glue. Is kind of stuck here. Ooh, okay, that's going to be a challenging to put this pin back. Oh, my eye vision is getting so bad. Okay, almost there. Almost here. Oh, I really hate this part. So this is a stick. I am going to, you know what? I'm going to just use the foam tape. So I'm going to just cut some narrow foam tape. Okay, I'm going to just put one here. And then you have to make sure your basic card is dry. Otherwise, you're going to have a hard time to, the foam tape will not stick if your basic card is moisture. So somewhere around here. Oi, oi, oi. Okay, or you can use a glue, just regular clear glue. Okay, put a little bit, just try to secure your lighthouse. So that's my 1, 2, and we're going to trimming the extra card. Okay, so we can just trimming it. Okay, it's not that hard. Trimming here. Okay, like this. Okay, so that's my house. It's secure, but I think this is a little bit, this foam tape is a little bit wet, so I'm going to just put a little bit glue here. Okay, just let them set, and the glue will dry. So that's my last second card, and then the 3. We can remove that number 3 now, and then we are going to put my post here. Okay, too high. I'm going to put a little bit low here. Okay, and then still too high. You can put it even lower. Okay, you find the place you like. So I'm going to just put, going to put, okay, so I'm going to put around here. Okay, so if it's too long, you can trimming it. If you want to trimming it, you can do that. So we're going to actually trimming it. Okay, and then could put a little bit glue just to secure that part. Okay, so that's my post. And then don't put that other half post in the garbage. I can still use it for my last card. So I'm going to glue my seagull. I think I don't need this seagull doesn't need a leg. So I'm going to do trimming his leg. And then put a foam tape. Okay, and then we can put on top of that. Okay, and this another half of the post, if we want to use it, okay, we can, we do mount on the top. Okay, we can still use it, put the foam tape on top, and then we just trimming the extra like this. Okay, and then I have another little seagull on top. So I'm going to, where I'm going to, you can stick on the, or you can just glue your seagull in front of that post, kind of hide this corner. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so now I have the last layer, the last second layer, the second layer, and the first layer, right? And then now we are ready to put them together. So you are going to just put them together, and then now try to level them perfectly as much as you can. Okay, we're going to use the paper clip. Just clip the both sides for now. One, okay, two, okay, try to layering as accurate as you can. Okay, like this, right? Okay, so now you can start front to back or back to front. It doesn't matter, but I'm going to just start from the front. So I'm going to peel off the tape, okay? And then I am going to stick here, okay? Push, push, push. And here, did I open my mouse when I'm concentrate? Maybe my mouse was wide open. Was I? Okay. Okay, so that's the first one. And then I'm going to open it and then remove the tape. Close your mouse. Okay, so again, we are going to stick that scrolling line. Try to do as accurate as you can because it does make a difference if you want to have a very neat finish. Okay, stick. stick. Okay, and then the last one, okay, and again going to stick, glue. Voila! So far so good. Okay, and then we're going to rotate it. You can move your paper clip a little bit lower. Don't let your paper clip go yet. Okay, again, the first one, remove, oops, I removed the whole tape. Put a little bit more tape. Tape. Okay, so make sure the paper is dry before you put the tape. If the paper is a little bit moisture, the tape will not stay. Okay, so I remove the tape. I'm going to use that screwing line, and then put on top, and then you can push, push, push. And then the second layer, okay. Please don't tell me this is so complicated. It's like you're buying a car, right? And then you have to learn how to drive it. You are not expecting, you have never driven the car, you go to the dealership and then you buy one car and then you expecting you can drive that car away without any training, right? So this is not that hard, I promise, if you follow the instruction step by step. I have a little extra micellar bolt. I'm going to just trim it. Okay, so now I'm ready. I'm going to remove my pin. Remove my pin. Voila! 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 Right? Okay, so kind of just push a little bit, kind of leaning to the other side, then get used to the shape, and that's the car. And then still a little bit wiggling, right? That's what these two little strips for. Okay, so you are going to glue it. So I'm going to just put the tape. We're going to give it a little bit support to make this more stronger. Okay. If you want to, you can color these two little strips too, but I'm going to just use the white. Okay, I'm going to just tape it here. You can push. If a little bit too long, you can trimming it. Okay, and then go to the other side. Put on top, and then you can push. This is really give you a little bit more strength. The car can sit better on the table. Okay, see? If you want more, remember you still have two of these pieces. What's this for? This is for the center. So what I'm going to do is, remember the screwing line is always ½ inches. So I'm going to do ½ inches, and then I'm going to folding it. But this one, after you put on, you won't be able to fold it. This support, okay? But with this one, your car is going to be very, it can be standing very nicely. So we're going to flip the back, and then we are going to put this insert in the middle. Okay, kind of pushing. Okay, on the side you can see that kind of creates some kind of support, right? So now it's so strong. You can just see, you drop it, they still sit on the table. If you want to, you can put some glue and they will stick on top. But like I say, after you put this piece, you won't be able to flatten it. Okay, so maybe you can write a little small notes and tell your friend, the person who is so lucky to receive this card, to put this one on. So on the top, if you think they are still not strong enough, you can add more. You know, I'm the person who is horrible in math. So when I designed this 10 card, my husband actually say, hey, you're pretty good. These require a lot of physics. I say, I didn't know I have that part of Thailand too. So this part, you can write a little notes if you want to. You can glue it, but see how sturdy it is. Like I say, the reason I didn't put the tab here, because if I put the tab here, you won't be able to flat this card. And then I think it's just like a piece of artwork. And then this part, if you put the tape, is going to stick very well. It's really dependent, do you want to do that or not. So it's just the option. But I think it come out pretty good, isn't it? And then I have this backing. So this backing is I use the sky background, just color it in. And then in the halfway, I use a piece of paper to block, to cover it, and then I just cover darker here to create some kind of water finish. And then if you want to, you can glue the backing on top. This backing will make this card even stronger. So I really enjoy to create, and then I have some little strip here. Nothing is possible. Nothing, nothing is impossible to a willing heart. So, and then I'm going to just glue right there. Okay. Okay. I think it's a pretty unique, isn't it? This one, if I want to this stay, I have to glue it. I don't like the kind of popping out. The bottom one is okay. You can use it or you can don't use it. It's totally after you. So what do you like? With the backing or without the backing? Or you like the 2D card? Okay, so that's today's video. That's something I have been working on for a while. And then I don't know about you. I hope you enjoy this video. I sure do. And then if you got any chance to purchase this digital image and then use it to make some card, please send it to me or post on the Local Kings Facebook Facebook. I really like to see what you guys use your own stamp and give it a new life. So this is today's video. I know it's a little bit longer, but just like I say in the beginning, it's like my 3D puzzles. It's not about make a fast card. It's about the processing you enjoy to put together and enjoy what you have, and then I'll give them a new life. So I'm sure enjoy it, and then I like to share with you guys. So the next card is going to be this snowball, and then also you will get a file for both 2D card and the 3D card. This is the Tainting Body stamp set, which is really cute. if you never got a chance to check my channel, make sure you check it out. I have a lot of a stamp set, and then later on they will be transferred to the digital, but we are not going there yet because when it's involved printing, it can be complicated. So at this moment, I wish you guys give a try for these 3D card, and then I am going to slowly launch all another 9 patterns. There is a lot of interesting pattern, and I'm going to use all my old stamp to create to use on those cards. So at this moment, I'm actually working on the new set of workshop stamps. I am open for any ideas, any stamps that you want to, and then hard to find on the market. Leave me a comment or send me an email. Let me know. Say, hey, Lisa, we would like you to design a dinosaur, or we would like to have a swan. We would like to have a garlic. Somebody did ask me, can I design a garlic stamp? So I am start to do the drawing, and now is July. Hopefully I can offer the workshop in probably in November. Okay, so I haven't done any promotion for a while because these Canada stripe and these new drafting stuff is really make things a little bit complicated. So I'm going to offer 30% off for the whole online store. That's included on this new digital die-cut pattern too. So if there's anything you like to order, don't hesitate to take this advantage. You don't need a coupon code to order the stamp. So from today, July 26th, until next Saturday, is going to be 30% off the whole store, even the on sale item. But I won't be able to ship your order until next Monday. I mean next Monday, August 4th, because we will be in the Cincinnati for the stamping away. If you are close by, hoping you can come to the show and stop by to say hello. We have in booth demo whole day, and we have a free make and take running whole days. On the Thursday night, I have a not night, Thursday whole day start from 11:30. I have a three workshop, and I will put the link below and make sure you check it out. So I'm really appreciated you watch until the end. I know this video is a little bit too long, but I am really enjoy what I have create, and I like to share with all of you. I like to hear from you guys. Please leave me a comment. Let me know. Even just say hello. How are you doing, Lisa? I will be very, very happy. So this is for today, and thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye, guys.